I was gonna make a fancy intro for this video, but the event broke, which prevented me from making it. Roblox's first Halloween event since the infamous burrito outage game has begun, and it somehow might be even more hated. The Haunt is the first Halloween event in 3 years, and it's absolutely horrible so far, but there are some big positives that I don't think people realize yet. I'm sure y'all know by now that this is supposed to be a platform-wide Halloween Roblox avatar costume contest. The objective is to vote on other costumes to get prizes, then submit yours so people can vote on it and maybe get you to the top of each leaderboard. All you have to do is go into the lobby, vote for at least 5 accessories, teleport to a participating game, take your own screenshot, and you're done. It's a new and unique take on Roblox avatar contests that's also a super basic and flawed concept that is void of anything interesting or engaging. I've done Roblox costume contests for over 10 years, and I can confidently say the Haunts is the worst I've seen due to its reliance on the capture feature. This event exists mainly to promote that capture feature, a needlessly fancy way for users to take screenshots and share them to others. These screenshots can be posted on your profile or to games in the future, but right now you're basically just saving them to your captures folder. The screenshot and voting system is super flawed because you can submit a screenshot of anything, since there's nothing to prevent you from doing so. Avatars are supposed to be the main focus, but instead, players are submitting pictures of anything from those 22 participating games. In fact, every single one of the top 50 screenshots for the creature category are NPCs or profile pic accessories. Not one is of somebody's avatar. The entire purpose of this event has gone completely out the window on day 1 because the capture feature isn't solely for avatars, it's for anything. Unfortunately, that's not the only problem with it because the captures feature doesn't always let you submit your screenshots. I was gonna make the intro of this vid a speed run of completing the daily task, but it wouldn't let me submit my screenshot no matter what game I played. I literally can't enter the cute category, but it's not like it matters anyway since submitting a capture actually isn't even required. A costume contest turned into a cool screenshot contest because Roblox built this event around the capture feature that lets you take a picture of anything. Instead of building a costume and submitting it like in dress-up games, you go into one of 22 games, take a picture of whatever, and you're done. Boho Salon, one of the biggest yet worst run Roblox games of its era, was able to create a costume contest better than the Haunt. There are a few other things to do outside of the main objectives, but they're either meaningless or are often broken too. When it comes to the gameplay, there's nothing good I can say, and there's really not a whole lot I can say anyway since it's so basic. Roblox trying something new after the last 3 events is nice to see, but new doesn't always equal good, especially in this case. The kind of new and incomplete capture feature clearly wasn't enough to build an event around and doesn't work for the overall theme. A photography event would have made way more sense than a costume contest, but even that would have been pretty flawed and kinda boring. I honestly think there were bigger plans that ended up being scrapped, which is why we have this huge lobby with barely anything to do in it. Having a massive and super well built map, but so little to do in it makes no sense, unless something else was originally planned for it. Maybe there are more plans for the map later on in the event, but it's hard to see why they'd use so little of it during the first few days. The zero-depth, glitchy avatar costume contest objective failed on day 1, and the other small stuff to do is pointless or broken too. Instead of building this costume contest around avatars, Roblox built it around captures, making it more about screenshots than costume. The reception has been unsurprisingly terrible because of it, despite the game having an uninspiring but kinda decent 70% votes. You'll struggle to find anyone speaking positively about it right now, especially with the core objective being ruined every day. Sadly, there's so little to it that I have nothing else to say, so let's move on to stuff outside of the gameplay, which is actually mostly positive. The marketing and promos may have been the best since COWCOW'S 2018 because it had people thinking this would be the most thrilling event ever. The prizes are pretty solid too, nothing spectacular but nothing terrible, and Roblox bringing back classic Halloween tradition items is cool. The map looks absolutely amazing, and I think it's probably the best looking lobby out of any Roblox event maybe ever. Every little room and area looks great, and there are a few secret areas, but there's nothing to do in almost every single one. The mansion would be so good for a survival or infection type game, but it's more of a showcase build than anything else. There's an insane level of depth to the visuals, but next to no depth to why they're there, and to the rest of the event. I love the map and I want to say more good things about it, but everything feels like it exists just to take up space. The biggest positive I see here though is the fact we're having a Halloween event, which is something super important that many may not realize. The Hunt is the first unsponsored holiday themed event since EggHunt 2020, which was pretty much the last big event before the corporate takeover. Many believe Roblox stopped hosting unsponsored seasonal events like Egg Hunts and Blocktober because they weren't celebrated by all cultures. They completely stopped doing them without corporate backing, but here we are with the first unsponsored holiday themed event in over 4 years. Now that Roblox is doing holiday events again, could this mean that they'll finally bring back Egg Hunts in 2025? I didn't think it was possible after the hunt wasn't themed around egg hunting, but a Halloween themed event happening points towards it being likely. If Roblox is back doing events themed around holidays not celebrated by all cultures, what's stopping them from bringing back their most popular one? All Roblox has to do is do another 2013 or 2018 and the community will rejoice, but they seem stuck to this underwhelming dev hunt format. Honestly, I think the best part of the haunt is it being a sign that egg hunts could return because there's nothing else to say about it. I'm sure more will happen as time goes on, as it is with most events these days, but it's going to be tough to save a screenshot contest. The capture feature has already proven to be incompatible with the costume contest format, and it has ruined the main objective of this event. Several of the core features are buggy, and the side features are either buggy too, or are completely pointless and simply take up space. The builds and visuals are amazing, but they're pretty much just there to look good and serve no real function. The Haunt clearly had extreme potential, but Roblox opted to use this event to promote the captures feature, which has been the entire downfall of it. We could have had a large-scale boho salon costume contest that allow everyone to create in-game avatars to submit for free. The lobby could have been this large-scale infection survival type of game with multiple monsters running around attacking players. The plan instead seemed to be to take pictures of avatars, and the top ones would have all cost a bunch of Robux, as evident by Roblox's promos, but then in reality we got a random screenshot contest that has nothing to do with avatars because captures can be used for anything. Participating games geared up for a huge Halloween event, but then Roblox made it solely about taking screenshots. All you have to do every day at this point is go to the lobby and spend 2 minutes voting on 5 screenshots and you're done. I'm sure more is getting added, but how much of that can make this flawed screenshot contest something worth playing? Roblox can't do anything like this again, because it honestly rivals Blocktober 2015 as the worst Halloween event ever. All they need to do is make old school events and dedicated games like the Egg Hunts or the Witching Hours, but they haven't. Hopefully they'll learn what to do for their next event, and especially a 2025 Egg Hunt, because their recent 4 events have all been very disappointing.